Ladies and gentlemen, I have a secret for you. This game is going to be freaking awesome! So says the word of mouth of GoSuGamers.com. EGDemuslim over here in the bottom right, a Swedish Terran player, actually more known for his casting of the DreamHack series. He's a very popular commentator, shoutcaster in Sweden, and if you've watched a DreamHack, you've definitely seen him. Now, I don't know how his play matches to his talent in the shoutcasting realm. I mean, I don't really see him play very often. However, I do often see him matched up against very high-level players, and he is included in a lot of high-level tournaments. So that just tells me that he knows what he's doing, both in the world of commentating and in the world of playing. And let me tell you, they are very different worlds. But going over here, we have GGNaugrim as the red Zerg in the bottom left. And I'll tell you about GGNaugrim, man. Naugrim is actually the dwarven, in Lord of the Rings, I'm sure you guys know what Lord of the Rings is. Naugrim is the word for dwarf in Lord of the Rings. I don't know if that's where he got his name from, but that's what that means. And Clan GG, that's a clan, so don't worry about that. It's not part of his name if you're searching him in the future. But yeah, GGNaugrim, and he is actually a Brood War player. He's always played Zerg. In 2009, he was invited to 2 DreamHacks, both the summer and the winter DreamHack, and he was rank 4. He achieved rank 4 in both of them. So we are going to see him going for a fast expand. And I've never watched Naugrim play personally, but okay, I had a little bug here. I don't know if that showed up on the fraps, but part of my desktop was showing through StarCraft. Anyway, I don't know if this guy plays a macro style or if he plays an aggressive style, but this kind of answers our question. Going for that fast hatch, and he went for the hatch before the pool, which he can get away with. And he is scouting a forward supply depot and a forward barracks. Now, that kind of tells him that the Terran player is starting to prepare a wall for an early expansion. Whether that happens or not, I don't know. There is a Marine out, and that Marine will very one-handedly take down GGNaugrim's scouting drone. That pool's almost finished, but he's not really in dire need of it, as there doesn't look to be any forward aggression from Demuslim. But this game could go in any direction, obviously. We're only in the first 3 minutes, 30 seconds of the game, and I'm really interested to see how both these players, like, I don't know if these guys have a very distinctive style. I haven't really heard of Naugrim. Like, I've heard of Naugrim. I've definitely heard of him, but I've never watched him play. He's a funny-looking dude, man. He's got long hair, and I wouldn't want to meet him in a dark alley, I'll tell you that. But he is Swedish as well, by the way, so this is a European match, I'm led to assume. I don't know where they're playing, but 2 European players for sure. We are seeing those 4 lings chase this SCV across the map, and right away I want to say good Overlord spread by GGNaugrim. He's getting good map control, or at least trying to. Like, I mean, right now he has map control because of these lings, leaving one on the tower, so he's really good at vision spreading. Like, look at this. I'm on his vision right now, and we can see pretty much as all that we could see before. All the vision on the map belongs to the red Zerg, except for this little space right here. And Demuslim doesn't have anything. He's going for a lot of racks here. We're seeing 4 or 5 racks. 5 racks off 2 base, nothing crazy yet. I'd like to see what direction his add-ons go in, if he even gets any. Right now it's just pure Marines, so we might be seeing some early pressure from Demuslim. But Naugrim over here getting a spine crawler. He's getting another queen, so 3 queens, a spine, and a bunch of lings will be able to take Marines down pretty easy, I think. Did we see speed, guys? I don't know. Did we see speed? We have no speed research, so that's interesting right there. And that tells me, look, he's still harvesting. That tells me early layer tech or heavy roach, man. But we're not seeing any signs of that at all yet. He's really freaking droning hard, getting some overlords. Look at this, 9 drones on the way for Naugrim. So this is a very, very heavy macro Zerg. And maybe that's why we're seeing Demuslim get this heavy Marine count, like really heavy Marine count. I definitely think that Demuslim knows Naugrim and knows that that's his playstyle. But Naugrim, you know, I'm going on assumptions here. Naugrim must know the counterintuitive, like he must know that his opponent knows he's going to drone hard. And obviously, early pressure means bio. I mean, you're not going to early pressure with tanks, unless it's just like one tank. So they're going to be bio. So a good decision if you're going to drone hard, man, is Banelings. I'd say that's a great choice. He knows that these are coming, as they were forced to kill a unit on the way. Is Single Ling going to go over here and scout the base now that there's no troops there? Going to spot 3 more Marines being rallied to the attack. And here we go. This is going to say a lot for the future of this game. The Marines coming in here, and they're going to focus down. Did I see a creep? Oh, they were building a spine. They focused down a spine that was not finished. We are going to see Transfuse go down on that spine. Ling's pushing the Marines back, getting a surround. The Queen's getting in here too, and many Marines going down just to Lings and Queens. This is not good for GGNaugrim. However, his micro is very good. He took minimal losses for what he could have taken there, and wisely pulling back, as reinforcing is not a good idea, as Lings will be able to pick those off. However, it looks like he's going to go up here and check for a third. He's also going to check for stray overlords, which he's not going to find any of the 2. So, yeah, he's looking for that hidden third. He's really sure that that's out there. And look at this, we are going to see a run by, but he caught 1 stray Marine, so that GGNaugrim now knows that this is coming, and he's going to camp some Marines in his base. It looks like GGNaugrim's going to... Oh, he gets surrounded by Lings here. Can he... Yeah, I'm not sure who's going to come out. The Lings look like they're going to come out ahead on top. A little bit of a redundant statement from yours truly, but we are seeing 1 more spine go back up to replace the last one. This one's going to slowly regenerate parts. I mean, what a miserable existence that would be. But I'm not a spine. I'm not. So I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. Excuse me, I'm going to take a drink. So guys, I cast a series of SSN Eurosmy versus SSN Smash Cab, or SSN Revolve, whatever you want to call Eurosmy. And I got a lot of popping in my mic. I hope that's gone right now. I can't hear myself as I'm recording. I should have done a sound check beforehand. I think I fixed the problem. I mean, I've never had that problem really that bad before. Like, it was awful. I wonder if it was Skype. I don't know what it was. Yeah, it might have been Skype, but we'll see. We'll see what goes down here. See, when I'm on Skype, it's funny because I don't like wearing my headphones, so I wear them around my neck, but I put the microphone near my mouth, and then I play the sound through my speakers. So sometimes my microphone will record the quiet pops, but they come through the speaker and double record, so they get even louder, and I think that's what happened there. But we'll see. Anyway, back to the game. We're seeing fucking, sorry my French, but a lot of upgrades from both players. We're seeing Stim, Siege Tech, Weapons 1, Armor 1. We're seeing Pathogen Glands, which mean Infestors are coming out, which they are. We're seeing Centrifugal Hooks for the Banelings, Ground and Weapons 1. And oh my goodness, this is turning into a wicked macro game. But that Zerg now is on 3 bases. He's getting that up and saturated. He's trying to get some drones over there. Overlords with speed now, which is scary once Banelings get in there. And Centrifugal Hooks is researched, like I said. So Banelings are going to be quite the weapon here. With those speed overlords, drops on the Marine tank combo is going to be scary. And it looks like this is what GGNaugrim does. Marine tank. I think I've seen one other. I've actually cast a game with GGNaugrim in it. I don't know if I ever posted it, but I think he went Marine tank in that one too. I do a lot of that. If a game isn't awesome, or at least acceptable, I don't cast it. Like, I don't actually post it. So we are seeing the siege tanks creep up, and GGNaugrim is pushing in on this before the siege tanks can get set up all the way. Banelings coming here and crashing into the bio. A very distant siege tank, hidden by the brush, but given vision by the forward units. Brilliant placement by GGNaugrim. I really like that. And if you guys don't know, EG is the clan that the hero Idra is part of. And a lot of other scary players. EG, I would say, Evil Geniuses is one scary clan. GG I don't see too much of, but equally scary, I'm sure. We are going to see these units push up forward and maybe break this contain. Is that going to happen? Fungal growth going down on the Marines, and there's enough Lings here to clean up those tanks, but coming from behind the brush, lots of bio, 2 more tanks, and a pickup by EGDemuslim. He's going to be going over here. He's going to get a free drop on this third. But what is over here? Overlords. If those get spotted, those are going to be a lot of free supply for Demuslim. Now, GGNaugrim needs to get up here, or he's going to be in trouble. He's going to lose this natural, and he can't afford to, but it's okay because he's here in time. He's going to have to... Ooh, I like that. Look at that siege tank placement. He uses the Marines to drag the Lings through the siege tanks, and I like that a lot. He gets that tank, though. No, he doesn't. It got picked up by the medevac. Very quick response by Demuslim. Great micro here. And is he going to have time? No, he can't pick... Oh, Jesus! Baneling's getting in there. That's awesome. That's awesome. And Ling's coming down here to clean up the tank on the low ground, getting stuck in there as they try to get out and kill those Marines. The Marines tried to focus fire the Infestor, but didn't quite get down before the Lings tore them apart. And that medevac does go down. In the meantime, Demuslim taking his third, and GGNaugrim wisely... Look, guys, Zerg, if you don't do this, do this. Spread that creep, because even once they kill the Overlord, they've still got to wait for it to recede, and every second counts when you are trying to take an expansion against a Zerg. So if your macro is good, that's one more step to make yourself even more unbeatable. So EGDemuslim setting up here. He desperately needs this third, and he needs to hold on to it for a long time. He is behind a base, which really puts him even, because a Zerg needs to be on one more base than his opponent to really stay in the game. If he is on the same amount of bases, I mean, it goes without saying. Guys, anybody who plays this game frequently knows that. So anyway, GGNaugrim, he's in good shape right now, I'd say. I really think that Demuslim needs to change out of this composition. I mean, he's getting a lot of tanks, but as the upgrades on the Lings get heavier and heavier, I mean, even upgrades on the cannon, on the tanks, aren't going to save them from the Lings, as they're going to be too many simply to shoot at, especially with all these hatches going down. I mean, eventually we're going to see GGNaugrim getting macro hatches, I'm sure, and just this composition is working for GGNaugrim better than Demuslim's composition is working for him. With the composition that GGNaugrim has, he will have a lot of trouble taking out this PF. He's going to need to switch to Broodlords or some sort of air unit or some sort of heavy-duty ground unit, but right now the Lings are not working for him. We do see that Spire coming down. We also see Neural Parasite coming out, so a little bit of an upgrade for GGNaugrim. A Starport coming out for Demuslim, and that might be the tipping point. That might be the unit that Demuslim needs to take another base and to push into GGNaugrim. However, remember, there are fungal growths on these Infestors. Even cloaked Banshees can be detected once they're locked down by the fungal, so Banshees are not an option. He's going to have to go with a more obvious and aggressive style, maybe BCs, but there's a greater Spire coming out, and that says Corruptors into Broodlords, so there are going to be a lot of Corruptors on the field. I think the Starport is a little late for Demuslim. Did he even let it finish? Yes, he did. So the Starport is done. We do see a Ghost Academy switching into Ghost potentially for EMP on those Infestors. We do see a huge push coming out here, and he's stepping onto the creep. Very brave man, waiting until he's on the creep to siege, which is revealing that to GGNaugrim. GGNaugrim pushes in now from all sides, kind of wandering his... Oh, beautiful Neural Parasites by the Infestors here, locking down all the tanks and allowing the Lings to clean those up. Fungal growths were going down on the buyout, and that was kind of a one-sided fight. We are now seeing those Ghosts come out. Vikings here as well. Lings are very, very, very replaceable, and I think very shortly we will see Demuslim become overwhelmed, as he needs a fourth base, and I think GGNaugrim is comfortable in this game. He's sitting in a good enough position where he could take a fifth if he wanted to, and Demuslim's coming over here with 2 medevacs full of nothing but Marines. That is going to be some high DPS and very capable of taking out this hatchery. He wants to get that Overlord. He wants to do as much damage as he can. Going for the Overlords before the hatcheries. I'm not sure why. He's giving GGNaugrim tons of time to get to him. He's not going to be able to get this hatch down, is he? I don't know. No, the Lings are coming in here. Fungal growth going down. Will he get the hatch? He does get the hatch, but the rest of the army is cleaned up. Those medevacs cannot get away due to the fungal, and Corruptors come in here and clean those up. Wow, very, very interesting exchange there. I don't know what this means. GGNaugrim is going to replace that very quickly, and that still doesn't allow Demuslim to take his own fourth. It does not allow Demuslim to take his fourth. And once again, GGNaugrim's still in perfect shape to take a fifth, and that's what he's doing. He's taking his fourth and his fifth, seeing as though his fourth died. But this is an interesting game so far. Ling's coming in here to get those towers cleaned up. And even with stim, even with the drugs, the Marines are not going to get away, although almost pulling the Lings into the line of the siege tanks. And we have Vikings here to give the siege tanks that extra little range that they get from their vision. And these Lings are going to run by. There's a SCV transfer here, and unless he's going to on-siege, you can't really go to deal with it. The Marines are stimming, but they, you know, they're going to overstep. Oh my goodness! EMP going down on all the infestors, making them completely useless. Wow, what a pickup for GGNaugrim. What an opportunity, completely allowing the Lings to do what they want in order to take that exchange, but a well worth it endeavor. And I'm not really sure what he can do here. There is one single Ling burrowed under there. Lots of Lings come back. Gonna clean up a lot of SCVs. I want to take a look at the income right now for a second. We have 78 harvesters for the Zergplayer and 48 for GGNaugrim. He could not afford to lose the ones he just lost. Those overlords are getting out of here as he knows he's going to be luring Marines up to the top. EMP going down, but EMP does not reveal burrowed units. And I guess GGNaugrim did not know that, but it is a fact. He needs a scan for that. And, I mean, that makes sense, right? EMP only disables technology and spells. So, burrow is not a spell, it is a fact of life. You can quote me on that. But anyway, GGNaugrim, it's not overpowered, it's a fact of life. I like that slogan. You know what? David Kim could take some lessons from me. Be like, shut the fuck up, noobs. Guys, I'm sorry. I've really got to stop swearing. I know I've gotten in trouble for that. I've been posting my casts on teamliquid.net, and holy hell, they hate me. It's so funny. But anyway, so lots of Lings coming down the middle of the map. Gonna clean up this tower, and Naugrim and GGNaugrim are pretty toe-to-toe. We're seeing a lot of tier 3 tech coming out for GGNaugrim, but we do have these broodlords, and a lot of them for Naugrim. So, I'm not sure what's gonna happen here. We do have Vikings on the field as well, so with some good micro, which GGNaugrim has not disappointed. His micro has been pretty strong this game. With the proper micro, he could take out those broodlords. I think it really depends on whether Naugrim decides to morph these corruptors into broodlords. He needs some corruptor support for sure, but at the same time he doesn't want to leave too many because they can't shoot at anything other than the air, which also goes without saying if you play this game. We have more overlords over here spreading creep, so this expansion is untakeable. And we do have GGNaugrim pushing out towards the middle of the map. What does this mean for Naugrim? Can he take this? I think so, but I mean, it's going to come down to micro, really. And here goes the engagement. Broodlords, and oh my good. Oh, look at the snipes going down, EMPs going down on the corruptors, but not enough EMPs made contact. Fungal growth going down on the Terran army, demolishing it, but all the broodlords are dead, and all the Lings and Banelings are dead as well, but there are still bio here. The last broodlord goes down, and there's still a reasonable army here for GGNaugrim. He is backing up wisely though, because he knows the reproduction rate of Zerg is intense, and he cannot push onto the creep without more. He needs to basically, it needs to be a one-sided fight for GGNaugrim to be able to do a lot of damage. And that sounded redundant and stupid too, but I think you know what I mean. You can't push onto creep with just enough. You will lose because they reinforce so fast because of that creep and because of the amount of hatcheries he has. Like, look at all this crap here. I mean, already it's 167 to 117, and that fight wasn't very, like, I wouldn't say that Naugrim won that fight, and already GGNaugrim is behind in supply drastically. He doesn't have the production to keep up. However, he did manage to take 2 more bases. I know this one's been up for a little while, but this one just going up. And another engagement here, but oh no, GGNaugrim sieging up way too late. And he needs a PF here to even stand a chance. Not enough EMP. In fact, I don't think there's any EMP. Siege tanks trying their best to get rid of those SCV Marines. No. Zerglings, that's the word. SCVs need to come in here and repair these Thor. Thor, the only chance he's got to take out these broodlords, but he can't really fight the broodlords because the Thor take too long to kill them. Marines trying to get in there and trying to snipe that broodlord, but why is it not dying? Because it has armor too. And I think armor is a brilliant decision for broodlords because, I mean, units to throw themselves away trying to snipe broodlords, the longer they live, the more you can kill. And, oh god. Want to tell me what I could have done? Very, very nice. GGNaugrim is he's looking for criticism. He's looking for suggestions. I don't think this is QQing. This is not imbalanced talk at all. I think he's learning. He's trying to learn. I think you'll see that if I look at the oh, I think he. That was bad. I don't know what he tried to say there. Interesting conversation here going on. I think. Very true, very true. So he's saying the big push at the beginning that failed the marine attack set you back so much in tech. That's what NaGrim is saying. So guys, Terran players watching this, you gotta make your first attack count. Which is true, man, because you want to pressure that Zerg so he has to drone. Sorry, so he can't drone, sorry. Also, all drops failed, so I don't know. The Muslim's starting to argue a little bit. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh no. EGDemuslim, don't go down like that. So EG displaying some rage here. I don't like that, but oh well. Guys, I'm Mr. Incarnum. You're watching StarCrafting. Despite what you think, Demuslim, I'd say this was a good game. I think NaGrim is probably right. Your first attack set you way behind, and it gave NaGrim the advantage he needed early game to lock you down. But you put up a valiant effort. You were fighting uphill, and did what you could, man. Don't get too upset, but GG, guys. GG.